If you're a designer, you can probably feel it, right? Something's in the air. The ground is shifting under our feet. Our tools, the expectations, shoot, even the very definition of what we do is changing. So, today, we're going to explore what this new era really means for the future of design and what it means for your career. Look, let's just get right to the heart of it. The whole design profession is coming to a fork in the road, and it's splitting into two very distinct, very powerful new roles. Now, this isn't just some abstract theoretical idea. This is a real choice about the kind of value you want to create. So the big question we're asking today is, which one of these futures is going to be yours? So to really get a handle on these two paths, we've got to first talk about the massive shift that's happening right now. We are truly at a pivotal moment, a real crossroads for the entire design world. You know the drill. For decades, there's been this gap. Honestly, sometimes it's felt more like a canyon between what we design and what engineers actually build. We've tried to bridge it with handoffs, with style guides, with endless meetings. But that whole era is finally ending. New tools and new systems are closing that gap for good, and that changes literally everything. Okay, so this brings us to the first major path forward, becoming the system owner. This is a future that's all about execution, precision, and taking ultimate ownership of the design language itself. Now this represents a huge shift in how we think. In the past, a design system was just a set of suggestions, right? It was a guideline for a developer to interpret. But now, the design system is the product. It's not a PDF or a Figma file anymore. It's the actual living, breathing code that your users are clicking on and interacting with. And the magic that makes this all possible is something called one-to-one mapping. For a lot of us, this is the holy grail we've been chasing for years. What it does is create a direct, unbreakable link between the design file and the final code. So when you as a designer change a component, that change is reflected instantly in the product. There's no translation, no fidelity lost. What you see is exactly what they get. So what does this actually mean for you, the designer? Well, with one-to-one mapping, you're not just a planner anymore. You become the final executor. You get total control. And with that control comes total ownership and responsibility for how the product looks, feels, and functions. You own the system from end to end. All right, so let's check out the second path, which builds a completely different kind of future. If that first path was all about going deeper into execution, this one is about going broader, moving beyond the interface to become the strategist. So while some tools are giving designers that deep, granular control, there's a whole new wave of AI-powered platforms that's automating a lot of the tedious interface work. And what this does is it frees us up to move upstream, to stop focusing only on pixels and start focusing on the much bigger picture, the product strategy itself. So what is this bigger picture, really? Well, it means you're moving beyond just screens to actually shape the foundation of the product. We're talking about things like defining an app's entire architecture, orchestrating how all these complex services and workflows fit together, and, using design thinking to drive real business growth. This is the new playground for the design strategist. So if the system owner's key skill is flawless implementation, then the strategist's key skill is something different. It's insight. Insight is that almost intuitive ability to see what other people don't, to sniff out the real underlying user problem, to sense a new opportunity in the market, and to connect all those dots to push the product forward. That becomes your number one value. Okay, so let's put this all together, side by side. On one path, you've got the system owner. Their core focus is the design language, their key skill is that one-to-one implementation, and their value is in flawless execution and ownership. Then, on the other path, you've got the strategist. Their focus is the broader service strategy, their key skill is insight, and their value is in orchestration and growth, two very different but equally crucial roles for the future. So, here we are. We've got these two clear paths opening up. What does all this mean for you and your career? Where do you see yourself fitting into this new landscape? Now, this next part is absolutely crucial. Even though we've laid out two totally separate paths, there's a universal truth that connects them. Whether you're a system owner deep in the weeds of execution or a strategist flying at 30,000 feet, it's insight that separates the good from the great. Insight is the foundational skill that's going to power both of these futures. And that brings us right back to our main question. As the industry keeps evolving, you've got a choice to make. So ask yourself, do you find your passion in perfecting the system, making sure every single detail is executed flawlessly? Or do you get your energy from shaping the strategy, orchestrating all the moving parts, and defining what even gets built in the first place? There's really no right or wrong answer here, but knowing which path calls to you, that's your first step into the future of design.